what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place, cause the love you give, you can't be.
It's your girl TotallyTaniya here, and I am back with another episode of Dear Black Girl, the series full of lessons and confessions to help little black girls along with their college journey. Now, make no mistake, we do not discriminate, so this video can be watched, listened to, and commented on by anyone. With that said, let's get right into the video. So I have my little notebook here to help me with some of my little pointers, but this episode is going to be about making friends in college. I feel as though this is one of the many worries for a lot of incoming freshmen, or even just students in general, kids in general, starting in a new chapter, going to a new school. That's one of the things that everyone, you know, kind of fears. I know for me coming in, it wasn't much of a worry, I would say. It was something that I did pray on. I was like, I hope I'm going to have good roommates was something that I was more so concerned with. But a lot of people do end up becoming friends with their roommates. I would say I got lucky my second year. That's when all of us literally became friends, and 3 of us are still friends today. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first tip that I would give you guys would be to be yourself. I think a lot of times, you know, we want to fit in and we want to just have friends. Especially in college, you sometimes may feel all alone. Some people are used to having a lot of friends in high school, and that may not be the case in college. But I urge you just to continue being yourself. I'm not going to say that you're not going to change or you're not going to evolve or elevate, because that is what college is for. But still be yourself. Still be yourself. And you will attract your tribe. Like, you will meet people that are on the same wavelength as you, that like to do the same things as you. So yes. Number 2, which is something that I feel like I've urged in the previous video when it comes to making your mark, join clubs and organizations. This is where you will meet people that are interested in the same things as you. This is where you will make connections. This is where you will form lifelong bonds. My freshman year, I was in NAACP, and I joined their SLAM program, which was Scholarship, Leadership, Achievement, and Mentorship Program. That is where I met Tiana, who you guys probably seen in my previous vlog. That is where we met. So yes, join those clubs, join those orgs, and you'll meet people. Now, this one is a little tricky. Some people end up having great roommates, especially their freshman year, and they end up being friends with them for a long period of time. Others do not. Others do not, and that is completely okay. I will have a video on that particular topic coming later on down the line. But if you are getting along with your roommates, if you are hanging out, those are sometimes your lifelong friends as well. Sometimes at a PWI, it can be a little tricky for some of us, especially, you know, you might be the only black girl in your suite, in your room, or on your floor, you know, so it can be kind of hard to relate, to maneuver. But if you do, you know, find that you guys get along and stuff like that, those are potentially lifelong friends. But if not, that's okay too. It happens for some, it doesn't happen for others. So number 4, group me's. So before I came to college, people were forming group me's for your class, for different programs and different things like that. Yes. So group me's, I know when I was an incoming freshman, people were making those like little chats for the class, different things like that. If you can, if you feel comfortable enough, you know, interact in those group me's, because I don't know about nobody else, but I sure was lurking. I was a little shy, I didn't interact as much, but I did find that there were people from my high school in those group me's. You know, different things like that. And so I was like, oh, okay, you know, we're going to the same school. It just made me feel a little bit more comfortable that there was somebody that I know. FSU is a huge school. It still gave a little bit of comfort, if that makes sense. But if you can interact, you know, you never know. Other people are feeling the same way as you. Other people are excited but anxious but nervous. Other people want to have a good group of friends. Other people want their college experience to be great. So just think like, okay, everybody's in this group me for the same reason. Everybody wants to make friends. Not saying that everybody in that group me is going to be your friend. Not saying that everybody that you may speak to in that group me will be your friend. But just interacting, that will get your name out there. Like, even if you don't make necessarily friends, people will recognize you. People will know you by name, by face. So yes, and that will probably lead to connections, relationships, friendships. So yes, if you can, if you feel comfortable enough, I urge you guys to interact in those group meetings. Number 5, events on campus. Now, I know a lot of times you may feel a little uncomfortable doing things, going places by yourself, especially events. What I have come to learn is it's okay to do things on your own. It's okay to go places by yourself. If if there's an event on campus that you really want to go to but you haven't really made friends yet, still go. You might run into someone you know. You might sit by someone that could be your college friend. You know, you just never know. So push yourself to get out there, you know, get cute, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, get cute and go. Just go, just put on a nice smile, just be open to, you know, conversating, be open, be friendly, not too friendly, just be kind, I would say. And yeah, so there's nothing wrong with going to events alone. If you have someone to go with, that's fine too. You will probably meet some people that they know, they'll meet some people that you know. So just get out there a little bit. Social media. So we are living in a time where social media is like a life, pretty much. Like, that's just, social media is what it is. So I urge you guys to kind of connect with people on social media. You know, a lot of times, I know me personally, I have FSU in my bio. At first it was just FSU, and then my class, and it was just FSU, and now it's FSU alumna. But other people will do the same. A lot of times classes even create Insta pages and things of that nature. So follow the Insta page, post if they're allowing people to post, you know, because everybody's trying to make those connections. Everybody's trying to make friends and create relationships. And so if you can, you know, post on a class page, do that. If you just want to follow people in your class, do that. You know, kind of interacting over social media can also help you make friends as well. Even if you're not, you know, nobody's DMing you, you're not DMing anybody. Let's say you guys follow each other all the time, you end up going to an event and they're like, hey girl, you're like, hey. There it is right there. Number 7, class. So when you are in class, you're in those study groups. I'm not saying don't pay attention to class. No, very much do pay attention, get your work, do your notes, whatever the case may be. But kind of scope the room a little bit. Look around. Look at whom, you know, you see yourself hanging out with. You know, if you like to dress up outside of class, but you see this girl who's always dressing up in class, you're like, hey, you know, or sit next to her, or just scope out who's in class. Because Tiana and I had bio together, and that's when we really like formed our connection. You know, we met in slam, but I don't think we kind of interacted as much as we did in class. We sat together every day, and now, you know, we're friends. So I would say just pay attention to who's in your class. If you see a familiar face, you know, if it's somebody that look, oh, she look cool, whatever the case may be. Like I said, it's not a promise that they're going to be your friend or whatever, but that could be somebody that you study with. That could be someone that you know, end up speaking to on a regular basis. You guys end up doing work together, and then you end up forming that friendship. my last recommendation would be going to other universities near. Now, I know to some parents it's probably like, girl, what? No, let my kids stay exactly where they are. Don't have them going to nobody else's school. But for me, FAMU is right across the street, pretty much, yeah. So, and I also knew people that went to FAMU. So if there are universities near yours and they're having events, they're having parties, they're doing this, doing that, go to those as well. Interact with them as well. You can also find friends there. You know, being Black out of PWI, sometimes I'm like, there's not enough of us, you know? So there are times where I do go to FAMU. I do go to their events and different things of that nature. And so if you do have universities near, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an HBCU, if you have other PWIs near and, you know, a lot of their orgs interact with your orgs on your campus, then, you know, it's more likely that you will be attending events there. So I'm just saying, be more open to that. Those are pretty much the 8 tips that I have for you guys. If I missed something, please put it down in the comment section below. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have an amazing college journey. If you're starting in the fall, if you're in the summer, hats off to all of those students that are entering college, and I hope this truly helps.
Oh, what you do to me, between me and you, I feel I can't